Well, hey everyone, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day today. We're going to talk about Everfest, the market update, week 3 now we are, to see where box prices are, where the EV is for the set, the expected value. Hey, if you want access to all of this stuff as a collection tracker, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG or just go to KitchenTableTCG.com. You can get access to all this data. You can see if you have your full set of Everfest here. You can track the collection. You can see what the values are of your collection in real time. Whenever I make a video like this, the numbers get updated, and it's a great way to track your collection. It's also just a great way to support the channel. You also get access, that's not it, but you also get access to a discount code for Min-Max Games Fab for singles. If you're looking to buy some of your singles, you get 5% off as a patron. And then if you're just watching the video, you can use the code in the description of the video to save $5 off your order of $50 or more. And then patrons also get access to Discord server and the Armory events and all that fun stuff. So without further ado, as I show for myself, let's talk about Everfest and see what the market's looking like. There's been some action. There's been some things moving up. There's been some things moving down. There's certainly been some people getting positions and buying out some cards. Lots of fun stuff to watch. Right now, first edition box prices are sitting around $82. If you take a look at TCG Player, you can see currently there's even one listed for $77, but you have to pay shipping. And there's not that many at that price point. So I'm just going to use the $82 that has been selling for the last couple of days. And now I am getting word from other stores, and this has been my own experience, that there is still more rippling in from distribution. So just be careful before you go and try to buy out the entire inventory. Just be careful of that, that you may be able to get some from your local game store at whatever prices that they are selling them at. So that's what first edition boxes are sitting at. We still have not heard anything about Unlimited from the company. We do know that Unlimited pre-orders happened for stores to distribution, but we don't know when that product will be released, or if it will be released, to be honest. We just know from distribution. So Grandeur of Valhalla, the Fabled, sitting at $420. Now this is a little interesting. This card was $500 on Thursday last week. If you take a look at the sold listings, it got up to $500. There was a lot of purchases of this card over the course of the couple days, and then over recently this weekend, there has been a lot of cards added to the market. The most recent sold listing is sitting at $400. The current available is at $420, but on eBay you can see some sold for $410, for $420 on Saturday, and then Sunday for $450. So that's all the price points. I'm going to use $420. I mean, you can get it available for $430 if you're shopping around. I think you could probably get it even less than that using sold listings and comps. But you know, most recent sold listing would be $400. And I don't want to use that because there's enough sold listings above 400. So I'm going to go ahead and go 420 for this market update for the calculation of the EV. Feel free to spend whatever you want on the card. I would love it if you buy it up for lots of money because that makes these videos more entertaining. That's up 5%. Looking at the legendaries then, speaking of entertaining, Silver Palms up 100%. People were like, a $50 cold foil legendary is too dang cheap, and so they bought it all up. And yeah, this card, I don't fully understand why this card would be going up if it wasn't somebody purchasing. And you can see on the 21st and 20th, lots of these are being purchased. You can just see it was 2 days ago a $50 card, and over the last 2 days has been bought up all the way to $100 on TCG Player. I don't know where this card's being played, so just be careful if you're like looking to complete your collection. Be careful. This is, I'm not telling you not to buy it at $100. This is not financial advice. I'm just looking at this data. I do not own a Silver Palms. I am not buying one right now at $100 when we've seen the market kind of put them into the marketplace. There was a lot of them at $50. I think this card will not stick at 100, to be honest with you. That is just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I get hosed. I hope that I don't get this card and that it goes up to $200 and the EV goes nuts. So Silver Palms sitting at $100. up 100% this week. Arcanite Skullcap up $7 to 90, which is up 8%. Stalagmite Bastion of Eisenloft. So this is like where I don't fully understand the Silver Palms price, because I do think that this is a better legendary. And so this one's sitting at 115 and not moving at all, actually going down this last week, creates a question mark on the authenticity of the Silver Palms price movement is what I'm suggesting. So Eisenloft, Bastion of Eisenloft is sitting at $117 on the tracker. Yeah. So your average legendary then is up 21% to $102. Looking at your cold foils, the Majestic cold foils are down 9% to an average of $50. Bravo Star of Show, another card that saw an increased amount of purchasing last week, now sitting at $215, all the way up to $245. There was even somebody who purchased one last week for $275. If you remember the video last week, I think we can probably go back to somebody purchased one for up to $275 in the middle of that buyout. But this has been readily available for like $215, $245, $225. I'm calling it $215 because currently I can get one right now for $215. Let's take a look at the volume at that price point. There's a couple cards at that price point, and then it hops up to $230, $245, $250. So there's not a ton of them available. But I did watch somebody do a 1,000 box opening, and this was not pulled incredibly more rare than the other Majestics. This was about a pretty similar pull rate. I'll try to link that video in the comment section of this video. It was a pretty similar pull rate to the rest of the cold foils. Now, don't get me wrong, it's also the probably most sought after cold foils, so the demand is going to be way higher for this card. Even though the supply is very close to these other cold foils, the demand for that Bravo Star Show is going to be higher. So other ones, though, they're just not seeing very much. Almost everything is down this week. Skull Crusher is down 9%. Helm of Sharp Eye, I mean, I guess Bravo is also down. That was a little bit because of the buyout, but Helm of Sharp Eye down 4%, Dreadbore down 23%, Vex and Quillhand down 6%, Kraken's Aetherine 5%. So you've got a lot of downwards pressure. Even the Lantern down 6%. These are down 9% to an average of 50, but your rare ones are up, and it's like every other one is way up, and then there's a little bit of loss on some of them. Your average price of those rares is sitting at $7. Average price of the Majestic sitting at 50. No significant things that stand out. I don't think that one of these cards, maybe I guess you could use these talismans. They're up 125 and 225%. The Tithes and Warfare, but nothing stands out to me as like a card that's seeing an increase in play or something that would be actually driving the market. I think probably what it is people see a $2 or $4 cold foil and they're like, I'll buy it, which makes a lot of sense. So that you're going to see a lot of that until these prices kind of stabilize. We're still kind of in the limbo side of things. Your extended arts, though, good news, are pretty much pumping. We're up 17%, up to $20.62 on average. I've been very vocal that I think that the success of this set will be, financial success of this set will be dictated by both playability and also how the market accepts these extended art rainbow foils. To me, this seems to be more important, I think, even than the cold foils in some degrees, as a result of there being so many of them. And we know cold foils are accepted. Let's figure out, are these extended arts going to be something that hold a premium? And it looks like they are being accepted by the market. We're up 17% to an average of $20.62. Your Majestic ones are doing better than the rare ones. Obviously, the ones that are seeing play, your red cards are doing better than the blue or the yellow. But they're all doing pretty well. Winds of Eternity up 29% to 120. You've got Pulverize, which is the same price as last week, which is actually good. Knick-Knack Bric-a-Brac is one that actually increased from last week after a huge decrease off of release week. So there's a lot of movement on these, a lot of interaction with these, which is really, really good for the market. They're also incredibly low supply on the market, which is another thing. They're way less supply in the market, specifically for the Majestic ones than their cold foil like counterparts of equal, rarity or whatever. So keep that in mind. It's a good thing that those are being successful. We are calculating this out to be 1 in every box, just so you know at the end of this video. Sorry, 1 in every other box, so 1 in 2 boxes. There's no official pull rates, but just from watching people's box openings, that seems to be what it is. So that will calculate out to almost $10 added to the EV of every box, because it's half of 20. Looking at your Majestic rainbow foils, the Majestic's not holding up super well, down 6% 2 weeks in a row. This rounds on me is way up from $3 to $10. You've got other things that are up is Revel and I think it's Revel and Runeblood. Anyway, up 29% to $19 for the rainbow foil. Not much else. Oh, Pulverize obviously way up from $9 to $17. In rainbow foil. Swing Big, another card that was kind of spiking last week, up 24% again this week. The rest of them kind of down though, pretty significantly, and we're going to start seeing what's actually going to be played. And last week we may have seen just a swoon of people hopping in to get all the Runeblood cards to figure out if they needed their card for their ProQuest to do the testing, and now you may start seeing some of those cards come back into the market as people have figured out their decks, have started to see the other deck lists going on the ProQuest, and figure out which cards from this set are actually going to be iconic and used and whatnot. So Majestic rainbow foil is sitting at an average of $6.91. Your regular Majestics are also down this week pretty significantly, down 10% to $3.37. Miraging Metamorph, one of the hits here, up from $3 to $10. That one's way up. Cash Out is up, and it's only a 45-cent card, but it is also way up. Revel and Runeblood is up 69% to $10. You've got Rain Razors, which is up pretty significantly, 117% to $3. And other than that, no major increases. Now, major decreases across the board, things down an average of 20 to 30%. Pulverize is up 30%, average of 20 to 60% on the downside. Even like Disillusion Sphere, a card that we thought was going to be really good, is down 77%. So there's some misses and there's some hits here for sure. All in all, the market is down 10% to an average of $3.37 on the Majestics. We'll breeze through the rares for you real quick for those people who like that. Average of 37% for the rainbow foils. Regular rares are at an average of 4 cents. Common rainbow foils, nothing really significant. One of the main significant things is Spectral Shield, sitting at $2.50 still. Those are at 15 cents for the rainbow foil. Let's take a look at your EV calculation. I have fixed this since last week's video, so it's more accurate to what I am saying it is, and you can see exactly what's pulled. I did leave a comment in last week's video telling you exactly what I did to show that, but based on the pull rates that have been disclosed to us from LSS, we can gain an idea of what the pull rates and what the EV for the box might be. They have said that there are 16 cold foil, cold foils, 1 in every 16 packs, which puts a box. You will get 1.5 cold foils per box. We are utilizing a 1 in 40 chance per box at hitting a Fable, which takes up 0.025 in that 1.5. And this is pretty accurate based on that 1,000 box opening, which again I will link in the comment section of this video. That's about the pull rate that they got for the Fable. And then they have told us that you will get a legendary in 1 in every whatever that is, 180 packs is a legendary. And so we know that cold foil then, based on I can't remember exactly the data. Anyway, this is accurate. It's 1 in every 240 packs will have a cold foil legendary. And then 1 in every 1 in every 480 packs will have a skull cap. So that, how that adds the value to it. And then the only thing we're really guessing on is, so we've been able to calculate out to this 1.5 based on these numbers that we know. And then the only thing that we're guessing at then is what is the ratio between rare cold foils to Majestic cold foils, which I have said you're going to get a rare cold foil in every box. And then that leaves 0.375 here in this 1.5 number to calculate out what the Majestic pull rate will be. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Take a look at that 1,000 box pull rate video, and I think it's pretty accurate. And then I've done the extended art in 1 every 2 boxes. So based on all that, your true EV, which includes all the cards, is sitting at $98.58. But if you only want to include the Majestics through the Fables, otherwise the cards that have significant value and aren't just kind of chaff, you're sitting at $94.97. So you're going to open up 40 boxes. I think on average per box, you can expect to get about $94.97 for your box. If you don't include the Fable or the rare, so if you're just opening up 10 boxes, which would get you on average the cold foil, or on average a legendary, you're sitting at $84.47. And if you open up just one box and you hit a cold foil rare, on average, including one in every 2 boxes being an extended art, you'll be sitting at $47.06 on average for your box. So all in all, the EV of this seems to be doing really well. It's actually moving up if you compare it to last week's, which I have adjusted for the video was wrong a little bit last week. I've adjusted it for last week. We are up 4% across the market. This is going to be the number we're going to use here is this number, the Majestic through the Fable only. So we are up 4% on the market, which is pretty good. It seems like Everfest is holding out, especially in this season of ProQuest where people are building decks and getting the cards that they need for their ProQuest season. We will see how it continues as a couple more, supply chains happen and more supply comes into the market. And then once people figure out their decks and figure out their deck list, what do they still have over here that then they don't want, so they put back on the market. It'll be really interesting to watch and to see. Let me know what you are buying and what you think is a good deal and what you think is not a good deal right now in the market. And do you think it's time to buy singles? If you didn't invest in the product and opening the product, do you think that now is the time to buy singles? Very curious to see what you think. Once again, if you want access to all these things in a collection tracker, as well as if you want to just support content like this and the time that it takes to put this all together, head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG, where you can support the channel, get access to that Min-Max Games Fab discount code, and just get access to the collection tracker as well. Hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again next video.